Hello! Today I'll be sharing some concepts for the Roblox game Nullscapes. 3 of these changes will be toward gameplay, while the other 4 are for existing things, like enemies, in the game. So let's get into it. Starting off here, a tutorial mode. I couldn't really draw much other than this would you like a tutorial screen, but I still think it's needed. Maybe it's just me, but it took a while to find the servers button and understand everything. Again, maybe it's just me. I don't think this should be implemented as much as my other concepts that will be shown in this video, but it's still a thing to think about. Now, an explanation on the tutorial. Pretty much, the first time you join the game, since this concept, then this screen will appear. You will get a pop-up asking if you'd like a tutorial. If you say no, it'll ask you to confirm you wouldn't like it. You'd also get a free 50 trip coins for completing the tutorial, which would be shown on the first screen. Upon clicking yes, you'd be teleported to a separate zone known as the tutorial zone. This would teach you how to use your abilities, join, create, and find servers, and also the main goals such as collecting presents and what gold presents are used for. No enemy guides would be present because most already have an explanation on what they are, or maybe there could be one early game enemy to learn more about or something. I don't know. After learning, you would end up getting your promised 50 trip coins. Next up here is a new game mode. This would be called Timed, and you would unlock it from getting a badge where you complete any round past stage 3 under 30 seconds. This game mode, as suggested by its title, will time how long you have to complete stage 3. It's the same as standard, but every present is an extra 3 seconds you have to complete the stage. This makes early game mostly easy, but late game really difficult. There would be upgrades specifically for this mode you can get to increase the timer. Here are the 2 I came up with. The first one is simple. It's called Bagger and will make every present give 5 seconds instead of 3. This will also give you a small bag on your back, which looks like this, near the left side of your waist. The second upgrade is a little more complicated, still where to most people can understand it though. It's called Adrenaline Ascender, and will make it so the highest speed boost of your upgrade or class will give an extra 0.25 of a second per 1% of a present. I didn't put that in the script. So a 10% boost will give an extra 2.5 seconds per present. A 25% will give a 5-second boost, and so on. Again, this is only for the highest speed boost and not for all of them stacked. Its price would be high, but likely worth it. On to the next and final gameplay change, a potions update. I think this could be pretty cool. Pretty much you'd purchase potions for some trip coins. Prices will be shared later in the shop. These potions would give some temporary boost for your next run or runs. Some would base how long they last off of time, and some off of runs done. There would be 6 potions that start out in this update, each with their own real, fun mechanic. Get it? It's a fish joke because I'm SithFishy. Sorry for giving you a headache. Okay, I give up. Anyways, the pricings for these potions depends on your witchcraft level. This is also new and could likely be implemented into other updates too. You'd get witchcraft level by finding potions that also do not give effects, which have a low chance to replace trip mines on stage 10 or more, about a 5% chance too. Each potion gives plus 10 XP. The first level only needs 5 XP to level up, and up to level 50, which is the max. Then it'll just keep adding 5 XP needed for each level. So, to get to max level, which, get it? Because it's like witch spelled different, but it's a witchcraft and witch and... Okay, I actually give up. Again, is level 50. You'd need 250 XP or 25 potions. Okay, enough yapping about the pricing. Kinda. We'll get a bit more into that later. Let's get on to the main point though, the potions themselves. The first potion is the speed potion. It looks like this. This would give a simple 10% speed boost to yourself for the next 2 runs you play. You can't stack multiple speed potions though. Its price would be 1,000 trip coins, although every witchcraft level would lower its price by 15 trip coins, down to a minimum of 250 trip coins each. The price will stay the same for the next 3 potions, with only the last being different. The next potion is called the Multiplier Potion. This would increase all trip coin gain by 1.5 times for the next hour spent online. If you go offline anytime in between that while having a multiplier potion active, it will not count toward your time. Again, this would be the same 250 through 1,000 trip coin price as the speed potion. Now we have our third potion here, which is called Potion of the Skies. This is specifically for the glider and grappler class, although it can be used normally for smaller benefits. It pretty much will increase glider speed by 20%, how long you can use your grappler by 2 seconds, and increase the effectiveness of height boosting items like jump pads by 20%. The fourth potion is the Luck Potion. This will last for 30 minutes and will give an extra 20% chance for trip mines to not go off, which can stack with any upgrades. It will increase all trip coins gained by 1.1 times, and will make all altars have an extra 10% chance for a positive effect as long as they were activated by you. The fifth potion is the Future Seeing Potion. This will make any enemy that is near you get highlighted for 2 seconds. If an enemy has been highlighted in the last 10 seconds, it cannot activate for the same enemy again. If 3 enemies are marked at once, you cannot highlight any enemies for 15 seconds. Sorry, I need a breath. Okay, the final potion is the only to vary in price. It costs 2,500 trip coins, although with its price decreased by 25 trip coins per witchcraft level, this can go down to 1,250 trip coins. This potion is called the Potion of the Void. Ooh, mysterious. For the next run you play, every odd stage will grant you immunity from falling into the void once. Only once. Upon falling in the void with this active, you will be sent back to spawn. With the random spawn course, you will be sent onto any tile attached to spawn within a 50 stud radius. You will also gain a 10% speed boost for using this potion. Just like in general, not after falling into the void. I probably should have clarified that. Wait, I actually just did. Anyways, this was a very long potion section. My script says portion, that was a mistake. So I think we shall move on to the next concept. Or concepts. I don't know. For the whole 2% of you watching this that realize that I actually have timestamps, then you might have skipped here from earlier. This is where any concept for in-game things that don't change gameplay all too much will be. For example, new entities, which leads me to my first concept. The Acid Lever. This enemy, also known as Owl, yes, that's what I'm gonna call him, will leave acid. Yeah, I know, that was a huge surprise. Anyways, he will go to any presents that aren't cut off by towers, jumps, or ice at pretty much any time. He doesn't go after people, only presents, although he always keeps moving rather than just staying near one present. Albeit slowly. I accidentally put he in my script. Sorry for messing that up. This guy moves about one tile, estimating it's about 5 studs in length and width for each tile, every 1.6 seconds. His acid will be on the 2 tiles behind him, along with the tile in him. This takes up 3 tiles in total. Touching the acid lever will multiply all acid effects by 2 times. Speaking of acid effects, what are they? Well, this will decrease movement speed by 15% for 8 seconds, and decrease all height boosting objects efficiency by 40% for 6 seconds. Again, all effects are multiplied by 2 if you touch the entity itself rather than a trail, which would decrease movement speed by 30% for 16 seconds, and height boosting objects efficiency by 80% for 12 seconds. Basically making everything that you do very hard, especially in late game. You can only choose this enemy on level 15 or more. Anyways, that's all for the Acid Lever, also known as Owl. Next up is the Gift Mimic entity, taking after the looks of a classic mimic chest. This guy will be more powerful the more gifts or gold gifts there are uncollected. Every gift will make him gain 0.05 studs per second in movement, and a gold gift will make him gain 0.1. Unlike Owl, this enemy can jump, although jumping will make him slowed down for a little bit. I'd say 20% slowness debuff for 2 seconds that slowly fades back to normal speed after landing. The Mimic will target the closest player, unless someone has collected 20% or more of the total gifts on a stage, where they will be targeted until someone collects more or gets in the way. GM, Gift Mimic, will also not be activated for the first 10 seconds of a round. You can get Gift Mimic as an option on stage 15. That's pretty much all for him. On to the next enemy. Next up we have Char. I know I'm creative with names. We had Acid Lever for an entity that leaves acid, Gift Mimic for a mimic chest that relies on how many gifts are here, and Char. Char's Char with eyes. What'd you expect? Honestly, this guy is not the most interesting entity. What Char will do is collect ashes around the map. These will spawn whenever someone dies, and Char will go collect them. Yes, a little messed up, but like, oh my god, is it messed up? See what I did there, COD, because I'm a fish. Okay, I am actually done with the fish jokes. I don't know. Anyways, Char is just kinda a fast-moving entity that sits near the void until these Chars appear. Does that make sense? Like, until the Char from a person appears, and then Char will go and collect. I probably shouldn't have named him Char. When they do, anyways, he will rush to them. This will eliminate anyone in his way. That's kinda all for Char. Not interesting really at all, but it's an addition. You can get him on stage 5 or higher. Alright, final concept for the video, the Wall Hopper class. This class would cost 1,200 trip coins, which is the cheapest if you don't count the free classes. That's because this class's kit is quite simple. It just adds a few parkour moves along with an upgrade already built in. The Wall Hopper will always have double jump. Always! Any jumping upgrade past this will just add on to his established extra jump. Their main ability is to, well, wall hop. Who would have guessed? I'm actually insanely creative with these names. This will make jumping 10% more effective and give a small 5% speed boost for 1.5 seconds. This ability has a 2.5 second cooldown. It's not the longest nor shortest. Actually, it could be the longest, I really don't know. I haven't checked that. Anyways, upon using this ability near an object you normally can't climb up, you will perform a jump onto the wall before getting a decently big boost into the sky. It will launch you upwards about 12 studs, and that's without jumping in the sky. Now, onto their alternate ability. This is a sliding ability. You will perform a slide, similar to Mort, well, if you have the curse anyways, that normally speeds you up by 3% for about 2 seconds, before slowing you down by about 4% for as long as you continue sliding. Although, when sliding downhill, you will gain plus 5% speed for every 3 studs you pass. This can go up as high as a 25% speed boost. Upon reaching ground, this will make the speed boost go down by about 4% every second you continue sliding. Sliding uphill, whether you have a boost or not, will make you lose 5% speed per stud crossed. Upon reaching a speed boost of -1%. Okay, I don't know what happened to my script. Autocorrect did not make that right. Anyways, upon reaching a speed boost of -1% or more, in the negatives anyways, you will start sliding down the tiles. Editor Sith here, I'm realizing that was kind of a weird part to end off like talking about the wall hopper, but that's kind of the end of that section now. Anyways, this video is officially over. Yes, I had to include one last fish joke, come on. I've spent a long time drawing and writing the script and yeah. So I kind of redid my outro, but at the time of making that script, I hadn't redone it, so I forgot to say thank you for watching, but this is my thank you. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.